Shall we begin?
Hi and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make hip pads so your body is just like Jessica Rabbit, darling. I am known for my hip pads. I make them myself, and today I'm going to let you in on my secret on how I make them. So stay tuned. Hope you enjoy. If you do, like, subscribe, notify, and love you lots. Bye. Okay, let's get making these pads. The first thing I'm going to say is no to the scissor method. Get yourself an electric knife or an electric carving knife. It will save you so much time. You will also need a ruler and a permanent marker. I'm working on 4-inch foam that I have cut in half. We then turn it round and we're going to create a shape that is like a saddle. That is the best way I can describe this shape, is a horse's saddle. We use the ruler to sort of measure out and make sure that everything is pretty much on line, but I don't do things that are exactly perfect. We just want to work to how our eye sees things. Once we've then created our saddle shape, we want to round off all the corners, and then in this sort of very central part of the saddle, we're going to create a dot and measure that it is the same both sides. Once we've done the dot, we're going to create a circle around both of those dots, and then we're going to create lines going down and outward from that dot, that circle, just like a sun. I'm just going to show you one of the pads on camera today, as they take a long time to do, and I really don't think you want to sit through both sides of the pads being done. So here we go with the left side pad. We're going to cut out that shape, that outside shape first. We want to make sure that we're getting all of our outside shape perfect before we work on our gradient. Once we've got that outside shape, we're going to start working on the gradient. So we use that circle in the middle as the highest point. We want to think of it like a mountain. So that circle, everything grades down off that circle, leaving enough foam that it's not going to actually destroy the foam at the bottom, because if it goes too thin, it will just fall to pieces. So working our way around, just slicing and slicing and slicing. This is where the electric knife comes in fantastic. If you do the scissor method, and I've seen the scissor method done, and I've tried the scissor method when I first started drag, you will be there for ages. It is a nightmare to do. You'll go through so many pairs of scissors, and you'll still need to go out and get yourself an electric knife to finish it off. So pop down to Asda, get yourself an electric knife. They cost, £5–10 for this electric knife, and you'll be through the pads in no time. I keep working my way around the outside and keep getting that outside gradient that I'm going to want, that's going to be close enough to get it around my legs. Now, when you do these pads, you have to wear about 6–8 pairs of tights to flatten it all out and make it look beautifully smooth, so nobody knows that you've got chunky pads underneath. Once you've got your pads done and they're completely finished, you want to actually put your pair of tights on, wear them the first time, your 8 pairs of tights. When you're taking it off, you want to leave that very last pair of tights, the first pair you've put on the actual pads. Try your hardest, and it is so difficult when you first made the pads to get the tights and the pads to come off in one, but eventually they will mold and they will be just perfect. And mine are still going now, 5 years later. I've not had to make these second set up till now, because now I do actually feel like I would like a new set. I've learned from my first set, and I'm now sharing that knowledge with you. You can tell how long I've had the foam, because the foam has actually sat around that many years. It has changed colour completely. As you can see, it takes some time, but you just keep going around, chipping away, chipping away, chipping away, until it's smooth enough and it is moldable around your body. You'll feel that it suddenly starts to feel like it can bend around your shape. It took me about 25 minutes to actually make this side of the pad, and again 25 minutes to make the other side. So with the electric knife, it didn't even take me an hour to do both sides. So you can, whip these out really, really quickly. Once we're happy with the thickness of the outside shape, we're going to start working on the top of the mountain and around that top part of the mountain. You want to start taking that in and tapering it in so that the foam is more moldable to the body. Once you're feeling like it's more moldable, then we're going to go over that hump and we're going to take that hump down and create that perfect rounded shape that will sit lovely on the side of the body. Now, a little boo secret, I don't actually tuck, and I've never had to tuck because of these pads. They wrap around the front and they wrap around the back. They're absolutely perfect. I don't want to be doing something that's uncomfortable when I'm doing that one thing that I love so much. So I decided not to tuck because I find it mega uncomfortable, and I made these pads which just worked perfectly for me. As you can see, they are starting to look nice and trim around the outside. They're looking a nice shape. So now they look like they're pliable around my body. So I actually start to trim all the way around the outside of the shape and make it nice and neat, ready for me to wear. Now here we have both pads finished off and ready to go. I did actually split on one pad, so I'm going to show you here how to fix it if that happens. Don't ever worry. Here we go, there's the split. Take yourself some fabric glue, apply the fabric glue in between the two pieces of foam. Spread the glue. Place down, firm and seal. Allow to dry and away she goes. And here are my old pads, and as you can see, they're perfectly formed. The foam is nice and soft and they're just glorious. Hope you found this useful. If you make my pads, leave a comment below. We'll do a little dance and hopefully Boo Boo will see you Susu.